authentic, immersive. And now it's your chance to live your Star Wars adventure as we celebrate the historic opening of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge.
Hello for the second time on our Star Wars update. If you're just getting into this video and you haven't seen our first Star Wars update video, it was to get you everything that we knew up until that point, which was, what, was April?
About April, yeah.
So we have a little bit to add to it. We're going to put a link, if I know how to do this, up here for the other video. You should probably watch that one first if you really want to be up to date. It'll be in the description, if anything. This is Matt Dobrovolsky. His YouTube channel is awesome. It is Darth Vader 92. This channel that you're on is me. It's BigFatPanda.com, which is the Big Fat Panda YouTube channel. Basically, Matt is going to be going to California for us. He was already going to be in California, so it was only fitting that we had Matt, who is a Star Wars fan and also, we should mention, a cast member. These are his opinions.
My opinions alone do not reflect the Walt Disney Company.
So he was overjoyed to cover
Very special thanks to this guy.
Galaxy's Edge for BigFatPanda.com, and he really does deserve it. And I'm sad.
I'm jealous. I'm like,
well, you can't be. I'm jealous. You're going. I'm not going.
I'm just jealous that you gave it to me. Like
I'm jealous.
You could have given it to anyone.
You know what? I'm going to take it back. Thanks. I'm going to go. So, what are the dates that you are going to be covering?
So I will be flying out to California on the 28th, next Tuesday. Wednesday the 29th is our day to go into the land. Between the hours of 1 and 4 Pacific time. However, we do have an embargo on all content that we gather during that 3-hour time period. So, if you're looking for any pictures, any video, whatever I gather during that time, check Big Fat Panda Show.
BigFatPanda.com YouTube,
Yeah.
Big Fat Panda Show on Twitter and Instagram.
Okay, that's going to be at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Wednesday, May 29th. 9
p.m. Florida time, my local time. If anybody puts anything out before then, Disney's just going to...
Yeah, so we have been told it is extremely strict. 6 p.m., no earlier than that. So keep that in mind when you're looking for content. You know, I could see people saying, oh, well, he's in there right now. Why isn't he posting anything? That's why, so...
And they're not giving you too much time to get it ready. So
yeah, so it's going to be a quick kind of turnaround. So I may not be able to get as much stuff as I want to out at 6 p.m. Pacific, but over the course of those days, you'll see a couple of things going on.
I have a feeling you're going to prioritize it to Smuggler's Run, but I'm not sure.
I mean, I've started thinking about what I want to gather. I want to get a land overview of the entire land itself. I want to film as much as I can of Smuggler's Run. I'm not expecting Disney to let us videotape the ride itself.
They might let you take the cabin, I hope.
That'd be cool. That'd be very cool. But again, not expecting that. It would be really cool if we do.
You should probably spend 10 minutes on each button.
Yes, that would be cool. That would be a very long video.
The queue should probably be a separate video.
Maybe, yeah.
Really, I think the queue is going to be a whole...
So we'll figure something out. But I do want to also get some of the shops, and I'm going to try Savi's Lightsaber Shop, where you can build your own lightsaber. I'm going to try and film that entire experience if they'll let me.
They may give you a lightsaber.
They may give me a lightsaber that...
They may tell you build your own and
or I'm ready, I'll spend $200 for this. So.
I know.
We'll talk about that in a minute.
So. All right, so where should we start? Hopefully you've seen the last video. If not, we're not going to update that same stuff and go over it again. Let's go into what do we have as an update?
Well, first off, we have some updates here for Florida's Galaxy's Edge.
The extra.
However many extras there are in there. Magic hours. It is going to start on September 1st. However, we do know that opening day here is August 29th. Okay. So, August 29th, 30th, and 31st, the park will be opening at 6 a.m. Cast members have fun with that. So, they'll be opening at 6 a.m. They haven't stated how long they're going to be staying open until, but September 1st is when these extra magic hours begin. They will again open at 6 a.m., lasting until 9 a.m.
These are for hotel guests.
Correct. You have to be staying at a Disney Resort hotel, owned and operated, or the Hilton that's at Disney Springs.
It will be for them too?
Yeah, a whole bunch of...
As long as they're considered a Disney partner.
Whatever you get as an extra magic hour right now, from what I've heard, from what I've gathered from that article that Disney posted, That's who
Okay.
gets this extra magic hour.
I can see a lot of people going to All-Star or
Exactly,
just
yeah.
to get into the land.
Also, too, so keep that in mind, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. every morning until I think it's like at least November for right now. Just hotel guests. So after 9 o'clock, the rest of the park should open for regular day guests.
And there is no 4-hour limit here that we are hearing
Correct. So if you haven't known already, from May 31st through June 23rd in Disneyland, you have to have a reservation, and it'll be a specific 4-hour time block that you'll be allowed in the land. After June 23rd, so June 24th, they're going to be doing a virtual line system, from what I've gathered.
you're waiting-
Disneyland hasn't mentioned much really about it, but from what I kind of saw on Twitter, it was like you're going to have to... once you're in the park, you can get that boarding pass to get you into the land. However, it sounds like that they're going to fill the land as much as they can first thing in the morning to capacity. Once it hits capacity, then they'll start this virtual line
As
system.
people leave, I don't know if it's a visual thing or a counter, they're going to let people in.
Correct.
That's Disneyland.
Correct. That is
I'm
Disneyland.
assuming they might do that here
I think they're
well.
going to test it first.
Do you remember they did that with Toy Story Land, though? I remember they
Toy Story Land, though, still had a line to get in, and that was like
Right.
7 hours long.
Right, I guess it wasn't
So-
a virtual. Yeah, it wasn't a virtual line. Okay.
So I think that's what Disney's trying to avoid with this, is having that 6 or 7 hour line, whether that's in Disneyland stretching all through the entire park for that matter, or for us stretching through most of Hollywood Studios. You know?
Okay, and let me cover real quickly. I never did a video after I saw Galaxy's Edge. And when I say saw, I saw a piece of it. We walked in, we made a curve through a cave, the one that's over by Muppet Vision 3D.
Right.
And I saw this huge wide expanse, and what was shocking is that I did not see the Millennium Falcon from it. So I thought, wow, how big is this? I saw what appeared to be, I can only describe as these spires, which were like volcanic peaks, and that big engine that looks like it's in the ground from, what was that first movie, A New Hope?
Oh, so like a
When
crash.
she flew in, the crash thing. And I believe that's either the exit or the entrance to Rise of the
Or
Resistance.
are you thinking of Force Awakens?
I'm sorry, The Force
Yeah,
Awakens,
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Not New Hope, yes, Force Awakens. And it really looks
Because that
amazing.
thing looks massive from, if you see like these aerial photos that they're getting in there.
It was gigantic.
Holy mackerel. this
It
thing.
was like, when I say a jet engine, I'm talking about a jet engine times 20.
Yeah.
And what I liked was the layering of the rock. I saw the facade, it looked legit organic. And then behind it was rock. But then there was other little pieces that gave it layers. And those are the same little pieces that when you're driving in and you see like these ugly metal sticks with the piece, and you're like, oh, aren't they going to hide that? But from in the park, that was legit.
You can't tell that that metal rod is there holding that up.
I'm thinking they're going to cover that at some
Let me
point.
ask you this. Since you've been there, Cars Land. Compare Cars Land, like, force perspective kind of thing with the rock work to Galaxy's Edge.
Galaxy's Edge was better.
Okay.
But
That's what I
similar
figured.
as far as I remember when I saw the Cars thing, I could tell. Okay, this is flat. The bridge is obviously not.
Mm-hmm.
It was really tiny. This I felt was more. Wow, like more. I could hear music. Dun, 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 dun. I felt music.
Which, by the way, that music,
Oh,
the new John Williams Galaxy's Edge music, the day this came out, I had it on my iPhone, and I cannot stop listening to it. Megan can attest that
If I can put
I
a clip
don't
in,
stop
I will.
listening to it. Like, go onto iTunes, whatever, download it. It's on YouTube too.
Is it in this Galaxy's Edge? I think it is.
Galaxy's Edge Symphonic Suite, music by John Williams. I get goosebumps every
Yeah,
time I
I'm
hear
happy that
this.
he's still around. John.
And then we're getting Rise of Skywalker with him too. So
Oh, he is doing it?
yeah.
Wow.
So let's go ahead and get into some of the great stuff that we just heard about like a day or two ago.
Remind me.
Sophie's Lightsaber Shop.
Oh.
All about building your own lightsaber. $200.
And up. Right?
And up, depending on what extras you want to put in there.
And who's not going to
So, for example, the Kyber crystals, okay? You can get red, blue, green, and white.
Okay. I still don't understand. I don't know if even you do. Does that mean when I just turn it on, I'm going to get a little glow out of my lightsaber, or is something going to shine up and out of it?
Correct. This is from what I've seen from people that are posting this on Twitter that they've already done it. Depending on what Kyber crystal you put in there, that will be the color that shoots out of the blade.
Okay.
And actually, I made a mistake. The white one is one of the ones that you could buy as an addition if you wanted to. The purple one is the other one that apparently comes with it.
Oh, I want purple. Purple's going to be common?
So purple is one that you could get built in with your $200 price.
Oh.
But if you want to get white...
White's extra?
Yes. If you want to get that. If you want to.
All right.
So you don't have to get it because you'll get one of the 4 colors already.
Do you think we can buy just another Kyber crystal to have?
Yeah.
So one day I can get the white one if I want.
And I think they said that's in Doc Ondar's Den of Antiquities, right next to Savi's Lightsaber Shop, and they said it's about $13 for another one. So that's not bad. Terrible.
Not after you spend the $200.
After you already spent the $200, so why not, right? But they have the different themes of what you can select for the lightsaber. So they have Peace and Justice, which is all about the Jedis, the Power and Control for the dark side, which I want.
Did you look at them? Do we have some pictures?
No, I haven't found anything yet.
All right, I'll see if
we
get
if anything, when I go, I'm going to try and do this. I'll get as much as I can.
You'll have to let us know which one, because we won't know.
Oh, yeah. Because I'm probably going to get the Power and Control. I'm a dark side guy, so. Elemental Nature, and then Protection and Defense. I mean, like, I want them to just explain this to me. I would just really want to see it in its whole. But the whole experience is about 20 minutes that you spend with the Gatherer in there, and they build your lightsaber. So, I mean, it's
you have somebody that has to go with you to.
They stated on the Disneyland website that the builder, can go in there with a guest. That's it. So if you're bringing in like your family of 15. They're not going to allow all 15.
But you have to have like a host, gatherer, go with you to pick.
Correct.
Okay. And
so the gatherer is going to kind of be there to help guide you through the process. Is what I
wonder if they pre-qualify you. Make sure you're going to pay this amount of money before, or otherwise they're putting it all together and be like, thanks, I just want to see it. Bye.
So from what I heard is that you're actually going to pay for it before you go in. So they're going to be like $200. Okay. Well,
it's extras, like opening a tab.
Well, the extras is something that you can buy afterwards.
Okay.
From what I've kind of gathered.
Got it.
Gatherers. But yeah, you're going to have to walk into this line. You're going to pay for this before you actually do it.
I wonder if you have to tip your gatherers rations or something.
Well, I mean, the gatherer is entertainment cast members, so I mean, they're just equity. So
that's awesome.
The Droid Depot is another one that we just kind of learned about. Build your own droid. And they've kind of shown this already, like the cast members that have already gone in through previews, they posted this on their Twitters. BB units that you could build, or an R5 unit that you could build, the R5 unit from Episode 4. And that's $99.
Okay.
Now keep this in mind, that they've already stated on the Disney websites, no discounts for either the lightsabers or the droids. No annual pass, apparently.
And listen, you can complain all you want. If it was our company and we knew we didn't need to discount it, we just wouldn't. It's supply and demand. But you know what? If it doesn't sell, you'll find them for $20 at some...
Remember the Banshees?
Yeah.
When the Banshees started in Pandora...
Weren't they $99?
They were. I remember when I went for my cast member preview, it was $50.
Okay.
And then... a couple of weeks afterwards, like maybe like a week or so after they opened, they shot up to like $89.
I remember that.
And they were going like that. They were going quick. And now you can walk in there and you can buy them to your heart's content, and now you get your discounts. Because when they started, they weren't offering discounts. But also, too, what we saw in the Droid Depot, DJ R3X. DJ Rex. From original Star Tours, and you can purchase him. He's about, it looked like from what I saw, about this big.
Okay. And these are not customizable, or they are?
This is not customizable. So this is something that you can correct. You can customize those BB units or the R5 units, and then DJ Rex is a separate one that's already kind of pre-made. $149. Okay, but here's the catch. Have you seen like the BB-8 Sphero droids that they were selling? Okay, he's bigger than that. He still has that kind of mobility and everything like that. And he's voiced by Paul Rubens.
Really?
Really?
In the
actual droid.
You see, the problem is not the price of it. The problem is the price of all these things together.
Right. I realized I'm probably already going to be spending $500 next week. At least.
At least. You didn't even eat yet.
Yeah. So,
okay.
And they've stated someone posted that the blue milk costs like $7.99.
Who cares? That's good. And it's, we know about the blue milk. It is either a mixture, I think, of almond milk or rice milk, and it is frozen.
Okay, I haven't heard that. So
okay, it's not real milk, which is great in 90-degree Florida.
I would assume
it's non-dairy.
It's going to be like the blue milk that you could have gotten at Star Wars weekends
was that non-dairy frozen? Because this is
You're
like
asking me from like 4 or 5 years ago.
This is it's a raspberry flavored one. Is the blue?
Okay.
And the green one is melon flavored.
Okay.
Which is like Midori. I could put some Midori in there. But yeah, rice milk or almond milk, non-dairy, frozen. I like that just because I don't have to worry about it going bad. In this heat, it'd be it'd be cut
it would
cheese.
be horrible. And they also showed off that remember those mouse droids that were in Episode 4? When they were running around the Death Star, and then Chewbacca like roared at them, and then they just bolted off.
Yeah.
You can buy this as a popcorn bucket.
Stop. And the popcorn is weird.
Someone
too.
has to hold me back from this because
I hope you get all these things.
I'm going to need to
I hope you get some free stuff.
I'm going to need to bring like a second suitcase with me because I already talked to my friend out in California. And I said, do you have a 36-inch vertical box? Because I'm going to need to put that lightsaber in there. That's not going to fit in my suitcase.
Well, no. You think it has a piece up?
The blade itself is 36 inches. And
Can you detach it in?
The blade itself, so you can't detach the blade. You can detach it from the hilt. But
36, so it won't fit in your luggage?
No.
An angle? Come on, an angle?
I did the measurement of my suitcase, 34 inches.
People are going to be doing a lot of shipping back home.
They're going to have to. And I'm worried that that's going to bring me up a nice change, too. So I posted on Twitter and my Facebook. I think you retweeted it as well. We got a couple of questions from what people want to hear from our, what we kind of already know and what they're going to kind of want to see out of me when I go there.
David Manderville.
Oh, I love him.
This guy doesn't like Star Wars at all.
No. Everything he posts is Star Wars. He says, is there going to be a reservation system similar to the one that's going to be in Disneyland for when it opens here in Florida? I would have to assume, and we kind of talked about this a little bit, they're going to have to do something like that here.
Right? They haven't said anything.
Yeah. I mean, they're going to see how it, I guess, works in California, and then we'll probably see it
Would
here.
you say they're a lot more calm about Florida than they are about California? It feels that way. It just feels like
you
they're...
shouldn't be.
No, but
you shouldn't be
it feels like they're worried
crazy.
more about California, because they do have more space here.
Yeah, because that's the thing in California that when I was out there in October, I was kind of walking around the land, the where the entrances are. There's no space for a queue. We have the space. We've got Grand Avenue. They could use some of Muppets.
Right, there's emergency
go backstage
things
there
here
too.
if they had to.
Yeah, but so I hope they do something like that. David Caviello had asked, will there be a way to do bathroom breaks while you're in the queue for
Sorry, David, he's
Falcon?
not Italian. He didn't say Covello. Coviello.
Coviello.
I like Coviello.
I am Italian.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Dobrovolsky?
Well, that's Czechoslovakian and Polish, so
Well,
that's on my
just
dad's side. My mom's side is Irish and Italian, so... yes, they have stated that there's going to be like a bathroom pass that you can get while you're in line.
Oh, there has to be.
Yeah. So, and because I think they said they were testing this in Flight of Passage in Pandora.
Okay.
Obviously, you have to have someone else with you. And, you would just basically try to go through the line, find the nearest cast member. They can give you the bathroom pass. So in this way, you can go to the bathroom.
You're saying if you're a single rider,
I don't know how they're going to do that with a single rider.
They'd have to give the person in front of you a sign or something.
By the way, according to what I saw on Twitter and everything, there is a single rider line for Falcon, and it's being used during the previews.
Oh.
So hopefully that will help detract the wait time a little bit.
I wonder if they have any type of a grouping thing will begin. I'm sure it'll begin online for Falcon, because it does matter who you're with flying on if you have a successful mission or not. So there's going to be a way where people are going to be like, have you done this before? Do you know what's going on?
Right.
So, or online, right? Groups that just I'll meet you at this so that they go together.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun.
And did you also see when Bob Iger posted on Twitter having
Yeah, you showed me.
J.J. Spielberg? And if you notice, they're all sitting at the chess table, okay? Take a look at what they're holding in their hands. It's a little red pass. I think that's how they're going to...
The color.
Exactly. And I think there were symbols on there, too. One of my friends pointed out.
Isn't that like the Jimmy Fallon?
But less involved, I think, kind of than Fallon.
Okay.
If you notice that they were all red, but they had different symbols on them.
Okay.
So I think depending on the symbol, that means if you're going to be the pilot, the gunner, or the engineer. So they're going to they're not going to say like, okay, go ahead and select any seat you want. Everyone's going to rush for those pilot seats.
Okay.
They're going to say, you're going to be the pilot. You're going to be the gunner.
And I'm sure they'll do requests at some point. Maybe not when it first starts. It might be, no, you have to take what
Who
we
knows?
give you.
I mean, if I go in there during the
You're going to want
day,
to try each one. Anyway.
Right. Well, here's my thing. I want to try it. I want to succeed in the mission, bring the Falcon back in one piece, and I want to fail the mission.
Sure.
I really, really, really want to mess up.
Because when you exit, don't you want to see the different...
Exactly. Because they stated that when you're exiting the Falcon, if you've damaged it, you're going to see like all the ceiling tiles coming off and everything. And I'm like, this sounds so cool.
So you think it's just projection, or you think it'll be a...
No, I think Scott Trowbridge, if I remember correctly, during the celebration panel that they did, he stated that it's like physical stuff. It's not going to be projections.
That's just awesome. I've never heard of whatever happens on a ride, your exit experience is different.
I can't wait.
That's
It's gonna be so cool.
We also learned a little bit about the app. I don't know if you have that in here on your outline.
No, I didn't post that in there.
When we're done, you tell me.
Yeah, we can talk about that. My good friend Jonathan Mello had posted, "What are you looking most forward to, and what concerns you the most?"
Let me say what I think.
Okay.
I think you're most looking forward to Rise of the Resistance, but that's not open yet.
Right.
So I'm going to say Smuggler's Run.
What I'm looking forward to most, just walking through there.
Okay.
Just seeing all the detail and everything.
And I'm going to tell you what I think concerns you the most.
Okay.
Enjoying it and seeing everything without missing something important.
Yeah. I'm also kind of concerned with the crowds and everything.
Okay.
Especially once they, officially open, like, how many people are they really going to try and put into this land? Because from what I saw cast members posting on Twitter saying, their previews, it was kind of nice and open.
Let me tell you what I saw when I went in. It felt very, very open.
And that's good.
I mean, the complete opposite of all the Potter stuff that I've seen at Universal. Mm-hmm. There was nothing...
But I wonder if operations would take that into consideration, saying, we got all this land,
people.
We can put more people in there. I'd be like, but I don't want to be like this walking around.
Nothing was claustrophobic, but that doesn't mean it can't be with the amount of people that they're expecting.
Also, too, you have those reservation time periods, so they'll kind of be able to get a gauge of how many people they can put into the land. There were rumblings on Twitter saying that it was going to be like 6,000 for those 4-hour time blocks. So I was like, okay, that's not terrible. Hayden Allred? I guess I'm reading that correctly.
No, that's right.
Sorry if I'm
I just know Gloria
butchering it.
Gloria.
I missed the opportunity, but I'm wondering when you'll get to post videos of the land. I heard they will be there for Media Day. Again, so...
May 29th, 6
May 29th, 6
Pacific.
p.m. Also, too, May 30th in the morning, they mentioned this to us that we're going to be able to have interviews with the different people from WDI and I think Lucasfilm as well. Talking about like the story of the land, the attractions. So I'll try and bring some of that.
I'm going to let that be totally up to you because I think most people don't like interviews, but a Lucasfilm person I know.
I mean, if I could talk to like Pablo Hidalgo from Lucasfilm,
promise
sign
me
me
if
up.
you see Kathleen Kennedy, you'll run to her. Okay.
Or like Mark Hamill if he was there.
What about George? You never know. You never know.
I think George will show up.
I think so too.
Who knows? And then Nick Chappelle. If I'm butchering your last name, I'm sorry.
No, that's Chappelle.
great guy. I love seeing all his posts. Seems the best way to use your 4 hours is to do the land for 3.5 hours, then line up for Smuggler's Run.
That actually is a problem for people who aren't doing the media thing.
Right.
That is probably
so
good,
what I've kind of seen with that 4 hour time block. So first off, like you see an 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. block, but then the next block comes in at 11. Okay, so you have to be judicious with your time periods because essentially you got 3 hours in there with your group, and then the last hour or the beginning of your first hour, you could be with another set of group that's in there.
They probably are thinking that people will be inside the queue.
Right. So I think it depends on when your time is. I know I'm going with my friends that had an actual reservation for 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. on opening day, May 31st. So what I think we're going to try and do is 8 a.m., we're just going to bolt right to Smuggler's Run because nobody else will be in there. It's like bolting to something at rope drop, you know?
It just goes by your feet, how fast your feet are.
And then,
which means I would be the last.
I'll just kind of keep my eyes on the wait time. The fact is they don't have Fast Pass. So it's just going to be that one line just steadily moving. And if it's true that they're not going to be admitting that many people in for the reservation periods, maybe the wait time will be less.
Have we heard anything on the rides operation, if it's working smoothly? We've heard nothing.
From what I've kind of gathered on Twitter and everything, people have been saying it's been going good with Falcon.
Like remember Flight of Passage?
I don't know about Resistance, so I mean...
Remember when Flight of Passage, you would hear, 2 of the 4 and 2 of this, and this doesn't work. I'm not hearing that.
From what I've been hearing, Falcon's been going pretty well.
That's what I heard.
Again, I don't know anything. I don't have colleagues that I'm talking to or anything out there. This is what I'm seeing on Twitter.
Did we talk about the app? I mean, did we? Because we hadn't seen everything.
Yeah.
So the app has, I forget what the actual 4 things were on it, but it was like this.
It was like decoding, hacking, but it's adding that sense of interactivity into land.
I'm thinking if I'm not even on Smuggler's Run, I could still have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
There's a game.
Yeah.
And it's like every hour or two it resets where you have to go.
Oh, see, I didn't hear that. So.
Okay, that's right. I got that from the Chicago thing that just happened, the celebration. You go and you have a certain amount of time to turn things either Sith or Jedi. What is it? Dark side, light side.
Can I turn everything to Sith?
Yeah, you could. And if you win something on your app, like a badge or something. Then there is...
I've never really done the Play Disney Parks app. So.
Yeah, no, this will be the only reason I read that
probably.
out. Yeah, probably.
Same for me.
I thought it was going to be great, and I was a little disappointed, but this looks good. There'll be like a case of something, and as long as you scan it, you'll be able to see what's inside and hear things. Oh, the best is, let's say there's a door. You can scan the door and hear what's going on behind it.
Ooh.
So you'll hear aliens talking and different things. There's one other thing on there.
I think they have the Arabesh, the Star Wars language, the decoder for it. Because a lot of these places, they said, like, it's, the entrance to Saviz, for example. First off, that's apparently hidden. But people have already said, like, it's right here.
So I wonder if you ask a cast member character where it is.
The residents of the Black Spire Outpost. They might just give you a hint without... but, like, you're going to see, it's saying Saviz Lightsaber Shop or whatever in Arabesh. So, it's not going to be like, oh, okay, there's the lightsaber place. Well, okay, is that it? That means S, that means A. Oh, okay, yeah, that's probably Saviz, yeah.
It's going to be the best immersive land they've done. Yeah, I can't wait. There's also, I think there's a lockpick thing on the app that you may be able to get things to work, like some interactive stuff. Yeah. Maybe animations or something.
I'll try and find some time when I'm in there just to, kind of play test it,
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I really want to see some of this.
You have a lot of... I honestly don't want the pressure that you have to do all this.
It's a lot of stuff that I'm doing.
When he returns, when are you going to return? When?
I fly back late June 1st. I have the red eye coming back, so I'll be back on June 2nd, early in the morning.
Okay, I don't think you'll be able to come here June 2nd.
I'm probably going to be tired. So.
But June 3rd...
Because I can't sleep on a plane, so...
June 3rd, we should film an update, and I'll get it out.
Yeah, we'll try and... We'll try and work our
also.
schedules, and we'll get something out.
But once again, if you follow along on BigFatPanda.com, which connects to the YouTube, you'll get these videos when they come out. On Big Fat Panda's show, which is on Twitter and on Instagram. And at some point, he's going to have stuff on his channel, too. Mm-hmm. Some of it will be the same. Some of it will be different. Follow him on Darth Vader 92, please.
DarthVader92.com.
Oh, did you? Oh, that's right. I forgot that.
Thank you.
DarthVader92.com. Just a nice, easy way to connect.
Exactly, yeah. I can just tell people instead of youtube.com/DarthVader92, DarthVader92.com. So Thank you for that.
We will see you soon. He gets me more excited about Star Wars. I love it, but I'm starting to get more into it, especially because he's.
I have been excited with Star Wars since I was like 9 years old, when my parents first took me to see Phantom Menace in theaters. I had a kind of admiration to it, and then it just started growing and growing. I can tell you that I was in my grocery store parking lot back home in Bergenfield, New Jersey.
When it got announced?
When it got announced that Bob Iger had bought Lucasfilm and we're getting Force Awakens and all that, and I'm like, oh my God, this is really happening. And then I was in the room at D23 when he made the announcement about Star Wars Land, and I lost my mind. I was like,
Did you
my
cry?
heart.
Did you cry?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I cried when Han Solo died. Spoiler alert.
It's too soon. We can't
Too
put this in.
soon.
Okay.
Luke died too. So.
Thank you so much, guys. We will see you soon.